Hello, welcome to Sports Update with myself, Amy Akura. The past weekend has really been an entertaining weekend of sports. A lot of activities took place, and we're going to be talking about a few of the stories, and that has to do with soccer, right? And we're going to be starting with the first story that is coming out of Italy. The story has it that Jose Mourinho was threatened by the board to be fired if he faced to win against Cagliari. And the players really show that they want the coach to stay. They show that they want the coach to continue from where he stopped last season. And on this given day, they went away to Cagliari and they humiliated them 4-0. All thanks to Lukaku, who scored the 2 goals to make sure that, at least for now, the job of the coach is safe. All right, now we're moving to another story also that took place, another match rather that took place in the Italian league. That was a match between Fiorentina versus Napoli. Fiorentina won this game 3-1. Osimhen scored, but it wasn't enough to prevent them from a defeat. You know, it seems the defending champions are not getting themselves yet. I don't know if that has to do with some of the stories that were emanating from the club, but we have to wait and see. But they lost 3-1 to Fiorentina. Right now, we'll be moving straight to La Liga, where Barcelona were held 2-2 against Granada, a team that is struggling in the bottom of the table and prevented Barcelona from getting 3 points. These guys took the lead twice, and Barcelona came back twice to make sure that they got a point, at least a point. If they're not getting 3, they get a point, which is a perfect result for them. That result actually took them to third on the table, where Madrid is leading the table with 24 points. Girona are leading with a second rather with 22 points, and Barcelona stays in the third place with 21 points. The league is looking very entertaining, exciting on top of the table. All right, now we're moving straight to League One, where we're going to be talking about some of the few stories that are emanating from that league. And the first story we're going to be talking about is Lyon. I don't know what is happening to this team. I've spoken about them on this show before, where, you know, they seems to be struggling. And when I saw them play when I watched them play this past weekend, my immediate reaction was that they are going to get 3 points from this game against Lorient, because they took the lead. They were leading that game 3-1, and, you know, as I don't know what is happening to them. As predicted by a lot of people, Lyon failed to win on this given day. These guys came back from 3-1 to draw that game 3-3, and Lyon stays in the bottom of the league. I don't know what is happening to them, but hopefully they'll be able to, you know, rectify some of these mistakes and come back to competing in the league once again. And I'm talking about another game in League One. Is a match. PSG won their game 1-0. It seems that they're back to winning ways again. You know, after, you know, a poor performance against Clermont, they came back and they won this game 3-1. All right, we'll be taking a short break, and after that break, I'm going to take you straight into the English Premier League and some of the matches that took place over the weekend. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Let's take a look at some of the stories that took place in the English Premier League. We're going to start with the first story, that the first match that took place on Saturday, and that was a match between Tottenham Hotspur against Luton. You know, It was a difficult match. But there's something that I always say, and something that I'm very, happy about when it comes to teams that are doing very well, is a character, is a team that has a zeal to win, is a team that is playing together. And Tottenham are demonstrating that this season. They're showing to a lot of us that, you don't have to have the so-called big names in order for you to win matches. I don't have to have the so-called, world best players in order for you to, play together as a team. And that is exactly what this team is showing to us right now. They went against Luton Town and they got a red card. But guess what? Guess who won the game? Tottenham Hotspur once again, proving that they're a team to be reckoned with this season. They won that game 1-0 and they stayed on top of the league. The impressive performance from this team. I love the way they're playing. I like the way the coach came in and is making sure that the players are doing what he required of them. And I'm moving into another story also that took place on Saturday. Was a match between Chelsea and Burnley. Chelsea is a very difficult team to comprehend, because if you look at them, you're trying to understand them that they are not doing well in this game. The following game, they will play well, and that is what we saw on Saturday. They went to Burnley. Burnley took the lead, and a lot of Chelsea fans, concluded that, this is just going to be a deja vu for them, because they have been, playing that same way for a long time now. But that wasn't to be, because Chelsea bounced back, and guess what? They won that game, not just a 2-1, not 3-1. They won that game, a 4-1. Raheem Sterling involved in all 4 games. He was man of the match for me, and trust me, they played very well, and I'm sure the fans are also excited that Chelsea won that game. In another match also that the fans were excited, it was a mixed reaction, over the weekend. When Manchester United were playing Brentford, they were playing Brentford. A lot of people thought that this is just going to be, a normal thing with Manchester, because Manchester, it seems that the disparity between Manchester United and 3 points is huge this season. But Manchester United once again showed why they're a big team. One can say you can't just use one performance to judge a team, right? But you have to start from somewhere. You have to start getting 3 points from 2-1, and then from there you start competing, you start building the momentum, and before you know it, you're on top of the league and you're doing very well. And Manchester United will go down against Brentford after 90 minutes. I thought, what, this is it. Manchester United are not going to come back from this game. But believe you me, their Scottish player McTOMINAY came back, made sure that he demonstrated why he is a Manchester United product. And he won that game for them by scoring 2 goals in the dire minutes in order for his team to carry the day. And Manchester United won. I'm so excited for Man U. I'm so excited for Chelsea fans, because when your team is doing very well, the fans are happy, right? And I'm so happy that they got that, that vibe at Old Trafford. All right, now moving on to the English Premier League and some of the matches that took place on Sunday. The first match we're going to be talking about is a match between Brighton and Liverpool. Going to Brighton to play, my immediate reaction then was that this game is going to be a very tough game, but I see Liverpool winning, because there's they're a tough side. They have the likes of Salah, they have the likes of Diaz, they have the likes of, Nunez, and these guys are doing very well. But believe me, when I talk about Brighton is another team that it's not afraid of playing any team. They are not afraid at all. Remember, they beat Chelsea, and they are not afraid of attacking. They don't care. They just go at you, and I like how direct they are. Their approach is always accurate, and I so much love this team. I love their energy. I love how much they're playing together as a team, and that coach is Zeb is doing a fantastic job with this team, and they drew Liverpool 2-2, which it was a fantastic performance from the home side. And I'm moving into another game that took place on Sunday also. It was a match between West Ham United versus Newcastle. It was a very tough game, very tough. When you say tough, West Ham scored first. Newcastle responded by equalizing and then taking the lead, But West Ham say, what, hold on, this is our home. We are not just going to allow you to come here and take 3 points. We must share it. And that is exactly what they did. They got a point, and they played that game 2-2, which it was a fantastic performance from West Ham and Newcastle United. They played very well. I must give it to them. And only the final match that we're going to be talking about on this show for today is a match between Arsenal and Manchester City, not United. You know, I always try to, I try to mistake both because they're all Manchester, you know. But this one, we're talking about City, the team that is doing very well, the reigning champions of the English Premier League. They played against Arsenal, and a lot of us were expecting City to get a positive result. And City, they're missing a lot of key players, man. Kevin De Bruyne did not play, and that's now also kudos to them. They're also missing their talisman in the person of Saka. He did not play, but guess who won this game? You know, contrary to the belief of many fans and media predictions here and there, it was Arsenal who actually came on top. Winning that game 1-0. It was a very entertaining game. It was a game that you see two teams that will actually want to win. A game with so much, from the coaches, so much emanated on the touchline from the both, teams, the coaches. Arteta one, is a coach that is always trying to instruct the players. They can't sit. Guardiola, on the other hand, is also another coach who is also making sure that his players understand and carried out the instructions that he's giving to them. And that's a very entertaining game because you see two teams that are fighting so hard, to impress, fighting so hard to stamp their authority. But at the end of the day, it was Arsenal who won that game 1-0. And that is where we're going to stop for today. And we'll go into the international break. Hopefully, I'll be bringing all the stories and all the matches that are going to be taking place in the international break to you. I'll be analyzing, bringing it, because you know what? I don't want you to miss anything, and I don't want you to stop watching RTM because I know you're going to be entertained. You are going to enjoy, and I believe that as you watch RTM, your life will never remain the same again. Until I come your way again, I am Emmanuel Akura. Stay blessed.